The Tabletop TV program is for mature audiences only.
Okay, cameras are rolling. We're live in 3, 2...
Thanks for tuning in to Tabletop TV.
Welcome back to Tabletop TV, the actual play where everyone is John and no one is safe. I'm Reed B, and today I will be neither your host or game master. Similar to last time, I am a player today, as this is part 2 of our Everyone is John one-shot run by Borb. You may know him from the Mothership arc. In part 1, we were introduced to our primary John Prime, if you will. Specifically, John III, Duke of Cleves, Count of Mark, and minor noble in the court of King Henry VIII. The year is 1540, and before our story started, this John was angling for a position of political power in the court of King Henry by attempting to marry his sister off to the currently single and ready-to-mingle king. Unfortunately for John Prime, he will probably never accomplish this, because right after our story started, John snapped, severing his personality into 3 different Johns. Sexy John, who confessed love numerous times and traded clothes with a peasant. Wild John, who attempted to convince his sister to move into the woods while eagles screamed in the background. And Papa John, who can see the future and is currently threatening a room full of people with a steak knife.
Reed, I'm going to start with you because I think that maybe this is going to be the number to beat. Reed, what is your role, or what are you bidding, I should say?
I am bidding 1.
All right.
Right. I don't actually want to be back in the situation that bad.
Colton, what are you bidding?
I'm bidding 1.
Whoa.
All right. Wild John, what did you bid?
I was bidding 2.
All right.
Nice.
I was really hoping it was going to be you. I feel like this is your area.
He goes feral and mauls several people to death.
I'm blacking out. And I go, oh, I fucked up. Wild John, help. I thought I had it.
Wild John takes over and he looks around the room. He goes, "What's the situation?"
Wild John.
People look panicked.
Wild John, I think that you have an exceptional ability to, parse a situation very quickly, right? It's kind of like a fighter's instinct. And so you realize that you are almost naked.
Good. That's how I prefer it.
Underground, holding a steak knife.
Yeah.
Surrounded by people who are not necessarily trying to hurt you, but are on the opposite side, or are trying to prevent you, it seems, from getting to the whole roast pig in front of you. And would like to put you out of the room.
Okay. Alright.
I had it under control.
Immediately, Wild John puts down the knife.
Okay. Alright.
And he goes, I'm sorry I am grieved at the sudden and at the late departure of our Lord's wife. It has caused me to temporarily dip into mania. However, I have resurfaced. I'm not trying to hurt anyone. In fact, I was hoping to grab some food. I will simply take some raw ingredients and I will be on my way. And I will return to my dorms. I am so sorry for whatever I did or said to you or about you. I'm sorry if I tried to take your clothes. I'm sorry if I tried to threaten you with a knife. I'm sorry if I said I love you. These are all against God and nature, and I don't know what possesses me to do them at times.
There is an emaciated looking man standing in front of you wearing an apron, and he's missing most of his teeth. And in both hands, he has a wooden spoon that is connected to another wooden spoon, like nunchucks. This is something that he has invented to deal with the situation. But he's like, okay. He stands up a little bit. He's like, oh, not to worry, my lord. It happens all the time. People are constantly flying off the handle.
Yes, therapy has not yet been invented.
Yes, indeed. If only one could cure the maladies of the mind.
If only.
But alas, now, I cannot permit you to touch the meal that we've worked so hard to cook for whatever is afflicting you.
Yes, that would be fucking crazy.
My pet theory, by the way, is that there are some sort of very small living creatures that crawl around like mites, but much smaller. And
Everyone is obsessed with drama and fantasies of the mind.
I apologize, my lord. I apologize, my lord. What raw ingredients would you like, my lord? I apologize.
I take 2 eggs and 5 sausage links, and I walk out of the kitchen.
Sounds good. I think that the man that you left is like holding his head in his hands. The other ones are like, it's okay. They probably won't burn you at the stake. They'll probably just stab and hang you.
As I'm passing, I go, oh, fuck. I turn to a guard and I go, that man in there, I want him banished from the keep. I want him sent to the wilds where he will learn to live off the land on his own.
The guard moves with haste that you have never seen to grab this man by the throat and throw him like a javelin across the moat.
I walk in with the guard and I start to outpace him a little bit, and before the guard grabs him, I turn to the old man and I grab his face and I go, this is what's good for you. This is what you need. I am your lord and I say it is so. And then I watch him be grabbed and thrown out the window that is in the basement across the moat.
Yeah.
Is that the same guy that Papa John grabbed by the face also?
No, this is someone else. You were talking to the head chef. This guy's just a ride or die.
Okay.
All of the other cooks say, "Oh, excellent throw, sir. Excellent throw, my lord."
Simply banished. Quite so. Would you say that this is me fulfilling one of my obligations? I did sort of like smudge the lines a little bit.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I think this counts.
Okay.
Cool. Before we go back to bidding, I think, just to set the stage a little bit, you leave the kitchen
Egg and sausage.
with eggs and sausage in hand, and you are greeted by 2 other armed guards dressed out in, armor and all, with big ass white and gold crosses on their armor. Between them is a studious and evil looking man, Thomas Cromwell, and an ancient learned looking man who is the definition of cunning, Thomas Wosley. And Thomas Wosley says, "My lord, you must come with me." And we're bidding. Who wants to be John right now?
I would love to be John.
I am bidding. I so desperately want to be John right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm always bidding. I'm always bidding.
Reed, what's your bid?
I'm bidding 1.
All right. Colton.
1.
Hudson.
2.
Oh my gosh. He's always John.
Okay.
I'm always John.
Part of my bidding strategy has a little bit been like me waiting to be in an opportune situation. Another part of it is if I think there's a John who would do especially well in a situation comically, I've just kind of been lowballing.
Hell yeah, man.
Because I want to see another John come to the surface.
Oh yeah. Wild John, you feel a little faint in surprise, and the other voices threaten to overtake you.
Papa John is trying to convince you to tear out Cromwell's throat with your teeth.
Yeah. But you push past it. You lock in, mind over matter, and you're in control and looking at the Archbishop of York, Thomas Wosley.
I turn to the knight right beside Thomas, and I go, "You bear witness, yes?"
Yeah, yes, my lord.
I reach to a stool that is in the kitchen, and I shatter it against the wall. I would like to use my skill of fashioning tools out of basic materials to turn this stool into a stake.
Are you gonna kill him?
And
A stake is easy enough to make. Go ahead and roll your check. Would you like to spend any willpower?
I will spend 1 willpower.
Okay.
I succeed.
All right. You shattered the stool. You've got one of the legs left. It's kind of sharp on the end where it was put together, and the knight beside Wosley is like, "Holy Holy shit!
I turn to the knight and I go, "This is a duel!" And I stab Thomas in the bottom of the jaw with the stake going up into his skull.
Jesus.
That's a roll for sure. Do you have any relevant skills?
Can I apply my fashioning tools out of basic materials with the quality of the stake aiding in my murdering of this man?
No, I would probably say that this is like using a tool. Whereas before, you were definitely fashioning one.
A task does become easier based off the quality of the tool, though. I'm just saying, I'm putting that out there.
I appreciate it. I really do. And I think you're absolutely right. But, in that sentence, you said a task becomes easier. This is the task. The previous task was fashioning it.
Okay, then I would like to argue for my other skill, which is communing with animals and sort of like understanding their tendencies. I want to, as Thomas, seeing me break this stake, immediately tries to like backstep or anything, I want to read his instinct as an animal and move in the direction in which he is moving so I have a clear shot.
You're stabbing Wosley?
It was Thomas, yeah? The little dude?
There's two Thomases.
Oh, fuck.
Unfortunately, they're both Thomases.
But it's like minion and boss.
I wanted to stab the boss.
Okay, so that's the Archbishop Wosley. I'm gonna be so for real with you.
Yeah.
He's really old.
Yeah.
He's not gonna pull out some Master Shredder type shit on you.
Fuck.
So I don't think I'm gonna give you a bonus. I think you just gotta hit the 6, unless you want to spend some willpower. Look, John's good at the things you're good at. He's woefully incompetent at anything else.
I will ask right now, if I spend willpower and fail the check, the willpower is gone.
Yes.
Okay, so there's not much of a point in trying to make a 6 happen.
Well, you never know. It depends on how much you want it. How bad you want it.
It's not even one of my objectives to kill this guy. This was Hudson Kirby's answer to a problem.
Hey man, a lot of people in history have... this is not a popular guy.
That's a 4, I fail.
Okay.
This is a duel! And I fully trip.
Yeah. You trip forward. The knight who exclaimed is reacting, and he puts his halberd in the way to just knock your stake out of the way. You do wind up body checking Wosley, I think, but you just kind of collapse into the floor. And before, everybody's, it's a dog pile or on top of you trying to separate you, whatever. Just before you, I think one of the guards hits you with a small club of some kind. Just before you lose consciousness, you hear in your ear a voice that goes, "I've got you just where I want you, bitch." We're gonna start the bidding. You wake before we bid. I'll say you wake up in a room illuminated only by candlelight, somewhere in the castle. You don't know where. In front of you stand the two Thomases and their guards, as well as young Thomas, who is standing, behind them both, sort of like an apprentice blacksmith would. You are tied to the chair, and Wosley is sitting with a huge book that you know is the Book of Laws. You are going to be interrogated. Yeah. Who wants to be John?
Always.
I will also vote to be John.
All right, everybody dialed in? Reed, what's your bid?
2.
Colton?
0.
0.
Oh, fuck. Fuck me.
All right.
Nice.
Papa John takes control.
The papa is in.
Papa John, they, before Wosley begins, you hear the creaking of wooden wheels on stone. And you turn around as best you can, and you see that they have wheeled in the rack.
Oh. Oh, no.
Wosley leans forward so that, his face is illuminated by the candlelight in a sinister mask reminiscent of a skull. And Wosley says to you, "All right, you demon. You unchurchly man.
You've been a thorn in my side for a long time. But now, you've overplayed your hand. And I've got you right where I want you, bitch.
Was it the assaulting the chefs, or did something else happen?
Thomas Cromwell behind him goes, "No, you're allowed to assault they're kind of a lower class."
Oh, sweet.
It was actually the walking around without clothing that gave us reason to charge you with madness. Wosley licks his finger really long, like, and he flips a page in the book very slowly.
You hear inside your brain Wild John goes, "My bad, but honestly, society is messed up for making us wear them all the time."
I'm with you, Wild John.
You get it. I think you get it for a different reason, actually.
I start speaking out loud. I need both of you to be quiet. They're gonna think we're crazy.
You're speaking out loud. You're speaking out loud.
I'm what?
Wosley looks you dead in the eye and says,
Have you, or are you now, conspiring against King Henry, or the cause of Anglicanism in all of Europe and the New World?
I would never try to out Pizza the Hut. Don't accuse me of such a thing.
Papa John acknowledges his inferiority.
Well, then why have you retained your ties to the Smokolic League, a Protestant nation?
Papa John is going to test his bonds. Am I bound in any way? Am I?
You are. I think that you're bound. If you want to attempt a feat of strength to unbind yourself.
I think Papa John hears that question and realizes that, well, he does have a vast knowledge of what is to come. He doesn't have a great idea of what's happening right now. He just knows a couple specific steps he needs to take in order to prevent future calamity. So I think current politics kind of escape him. I look at Cromwell. Is Cromwell
Yep.
the malicious old guy?
No, sorry. Wosley is the old guy who's in charge.
What are you doing to me? Cromwell? Wosley? What is this? What do you think you have on me? You don't have shit on John.
I don't need anything. How do you think that we've gotten rid of the wives and mistresses of the king? We could string you up for treason if we wanted. Or for heresy, disturbing the peace, all manner of things.
He's like salivating.
But
You need Invisalign. You don't know what that is yet.
Silence.
But when they invent it, in 20 years, you need
Silence.
to ask someone. Okay.
I said silence. Silence.
Are you hearing voices too? Thank God. I thought I was the only one.
You're only allowed one out, and it's this that I'm about to tell you. There is a girl who we would not like the king to become married to. Her name is Catherine Howard. She is 17, and it's quite gross that the king is wooing her, frankly.
Okay, I'm right there with you. This isn't too malicious so far.
Bring the girl to me, so that I can put her in the Tower of London, and she will never see the light of day again.
Okay, you lost me a little. And you let me go if I put this girl in this tower?
No, just bring. The Tower of London is quite a distance. Just bring her here,
Okay.
and I will do the rest.
I would like to spice up this deal, Wosley.
Okay.
I bring this girl here, and in exchange, you let me go, and you bring me... Getting close so I can whisper. A tomato.
Oh.
He just kind of blinks at you for a minute, and he's like, "What? Here, you are being quite obstinate. Perhaps we can make you a little more flexible. They pick you up.
Okay,
They
cool.
put you on the rack. You're bound hand and
Wait, what? No.
You're bound hand and foot.
Oh, fuck.
You're getting us tortured?
You have a moment. You know, you're still in control.
Cool. I try to tear his throat out with my teeth.
Oh my god.
Papa John, customer service.
I'm gonna call that a roll.
Can I put 2 willpower on the line to make this a 3 or higher?
A 3 or higher?
Well, yeah.
Oh, wait,
6,
wait.
5. Oh, so I guess 4 or higher on 2 willpower.
Yes, you can put as much willpower as you have available.
This is stupid, but I kind of need it. Yeah, I'll do it. I need this to work.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, a 6. Shit, I didn't need to do that.
Oh my god.
All right, so the other Johns, you two are.
Papa's pupils slit like he's a cat.
Yeah. Wild John and Sexy John, you figure that your time is coming, so you're like ready. Papa John gets an inner reserve that you didn't know was accessible. As they pick you up to put you on the rack, you do like a twisting motion to break their grip, lunge forward and bite Wosley at the neck. Your teeth go into the throat, and you fall on your back, killing him thusly.
Okay, cool.
In the ensuing confusion, I think you can roll to escape the room.
All right.
If you fail this roll, obviously we'll go back to bidding.
All right, awesome. Oh, 5, really close. As I'm leaving, as I'm exiting the body, I look at Thomas with a mouth full of blood, and I go, "This is your fault. This is your fault. Pizza, pizza." I shoot back and I vacate the body.
He's uttering some horrible oath, some spell. Cool. So we're bidding now. I'm gonna say that John, the body, hits the ground, covered in blood. Everyone's freaking out. I think the body reacts and stands up and starts sprinting to the door. Get to the hallway.
The body has to say?
Well, I don't want the game to go in the direction of like one of you takes charge, and then you're just back on the rack, and it's like infinite glitch.
We're stun locked.
There's an actual 4th John who's just the real man who has been privy to all of this.
He's just been chilling.
Yeah, John the Third. John the Third, whose moniker is John the Peaceful, summons enough willpower to force his body forward. But he's faced with a choice, right or left, and that is what forces the bidding.
Okay.
All in? Everybody in?
Yeah.
Bidden.
Yeah. Bidness as usual.
All right. Hudson.
I bid 0.
Colton.
I bid 2.
Reed.
I also bid 0. Why does Sexy John want to be in control right now?
This is my element.
All right.
Okay.
Sexy John. You know what's going on. And now it's you who it's happening to. Right or left? You don't know where you are in the castle, so right or left?
Left.
Okay. You sprint to the left. You go through the hallway. You know there are locked doors left and right of you. Some of them have candles above them. Sometimes you're just sprinting through the darkness, listening to the rats and snakes and so on. Finally, a door that's not locked at the end of the long hallway. You hear the tramping of guards' boots behind you, and you shoulder check through the door. Bam! You are in the privy behind the king's throne, right? So you're in like the bathroom behind there, and you know that there's a door on the other side that leads to the main courtroom. You also know that there's another door in this chamber that leads to the torture, like the real torture room. And I would also say there's a way to get here from the servants' quarters.
I'd like to go to the servants' quarters.
All right. You, I think you give the guards the slip for now. You like duck behind a thing, and it's probably like a set of stairs downward. Honestly, they're probably like Well, there's no way a duke would go to the servants' quarters. You abscond into the servants' quarters. You come out into, like, bunks in a stone room. It smells like piss. And I think there are maybe a couple of people in here.
You there. Give me your clothes.
He can't keep getting away with this.
The laundry woman that you've pointed to, she says, your clothes, sir, or mine?
Either which. I need clothes. Look at me.
She hands you a freshly washed smock that she would have been wearing.
Cool. So I'm just in a smock.
Yeah. Any other? Yeah, I think like a smock and maybe like whatever a maid outfit would have been in 1540.
Okay. I'm in a French maid's outfit.
Yes.
Covered in blood.
First question, does this fulfill one of my objectives?
I think so. I don't see why not. Sexy John, you don the French maid's outfit, and the washing woman looks at you and she says, "Is everything all right, my lord?"
As all of us begin to wrestle for control.
Yeah.
I would like to bid.
I also need to bid. I need back into the sea.
All right.
I'm looking at our willpower counts and I'm realizing when all of us run out of willpower, does the game just end?
Yes.
Yeah.
John falls asleep.
Shit. Okay.
Hudson, what's your bid?
2.
All right, Colton.
Damn it. 1, because that's all I can bid.
Yeah. And Reed.
1.
All right, Wild John. You've changed outfits. You taste blood. You're unarmed. Floor is yours.
As I come back to, first off, Wild John probably knows, like, the inner workings of... You said we were in, like, a sub-basement. He probably knows the inner workings of the catacombs that is the castle's underground. Are there multiple paths that he can use to get out?
The servants' quarters that you're in right now lead to the king's private restroom, probably to the kitchen. I'd say leading to the stables, works well enough.
I would like to immediately look at this woman, take off the smock, and go, "Why would you give this to me?" Grab a bunch of clean, dry clothes, and I start sprinting down a hallway towards the stables. Once I get to a point where it's an intersect that there is only one path towards the stables, I drop all of the clothes. Oh fuck, I don't have anything to. I take a rock from nearby that I think would like have iron in it, and I try to strike a fire. And I'd like to guard or bar this hallway by starting a fire so the people in the dungeon can't follow me. And then I go up to the stables. Is that cool?
I don't know, dude. A random, not even like a flint and steel, but just a rock with some iron in it.
Just a rock with some iron in it.
To catch, like...
If you were a cool DM, you would let this happen. I don't understand.
You don't even have kindling. It's just like
I don't have
linen.
I have clothes.
It's probably like straight up cotton.
Let me make it happen.
I like that you say you pick up a rock. We're like in a castle. Surely there's like torches and lanterns.
Fine, I grab a torch. Fuck, Colton.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't realize you want to be an asshole about it.
Wild John.
I hate Wild John.
You spend a couple minutes trying to do it. But then you're like, damn, I wish I could see a little bit better. And you pull the torch sort of closer to you while you do it.
Yeah, I set the linens on fire so that this hallway looks like a blaze and people won't come after me.
Okay.
And then as I turn to run, I as I have fulfilled one of my objectives.
Yes, you have. Back to bidding.
Fuck. Wait, I need to know spatially what's happening right now. I've just been barred off from what part of the castle? And could I reach the main assembly room from here?
Anywhere that is not the stable, you have been barred.
Okay.
But you can go outside and around.
Awesome. All right, I'll be bidding.
Okay.
Me too.
Everybody have their bids in mind?
Yep.
Yep.
Hudson.
0.
Colton?
1.
And Reed.
1.
Roll off Colton and Reed.
I wanted to leave it down to the dice.
Oh my god. I rolled a 6 on my d6.
I rolled a 1 on my d6.
Get fucked, Papa John.
All right. Sexy John, you can feel your strength waning as you step into the low sunlight of the outside of the castle. You've got a lot to do, you feel. You've got the drive inside you. Your sister Anne of Cleves, who has been in the stable for a while now, pondering, reflecting, and so on. She says, "Oh dear God, you look even worse."
And I've had a crazy day.
I believe that. I do believe that.
I look, it's a big ask. I need to get to the king.
Okay. Yes, I think that's... Do you require medical attention before you go, or would you just like to...
No, but certainly after. Let's go.
All right. Yeah. You both get on the horse, and I'm going to say, I think it would be shitty for you to fall asleep right now, like that, So I think that you maintain focus as you get to the castle.
Thank you. I'm able to stay awake because my bare balls are on the back of this horse.
Yeah.
Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, horrible. Absolutely horrific.
You cross the moat, horse skids to a stop in front of the door, jump off through the antechamber, past the guards, who are too bewildered to say anything. You have an audience now with King Henry VIII, who is overflowing his throne. He's just seen some... He's just finished signing some laws into being, and he's sending a jester away, and he sees you and he says, "Duke John, you have been completely and utterly abnormal today. Now you have my full attention, and something must be done with you. State your case."
My Lord Liege Henry, it is my sincerest apologies. I have just been betaken, bedraggled, bespoke, other words, with this idea that I keep rattling around in my brain, and I think I'm able to just speak it into existence. You have confided in me earlier today that you have a son and you would love to perhaps procreate more. Nice. And
All about that, baby.
but you also would wish the child to have a more legitimate parent. And I posit this to you right now, my Lord Liege Henry VIII. What could be more legitimate than a king and a queen as parents? Well, a king and a king. And I get down on one knee and I say, "My Lord Liege Henry VIII, will you marry me?"
Do you have a ring?
I pick up an iron loop that fell off of a lantern that Wild John used to set a fire.
Okay, Reed and Hudson, divorce yourself from any personal investment in winning the game.
Yeah.
And Colton, Colton, you're. I'm going to consult you on this one as well.
Okay.
Do I even give you a roll to try to marry another man, and the king of the Anglican Church at that?
While dressed in a maid outfit you stole off of a baker covered in blood.
I'm naked, actually.
Butt-ass naked, covered in blood.
If I could make my case,
please.
It would be so funny.
I mean, he has to hit a 6, doesn't he? Didn't he just use his last willpower?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good argument.
Yeah, I was about to say, make him hit a 6. Sure.
He has to hit a 6, which he's not gonna do.
You get in there and you get down on one knee, and the guards are immediately like, "Oh my god, he's committing heresy. This is just blasphemous and disgusting." And King Henry goes, "Wait, let me think." There's the tension in the room is so thick you could cut it with a knife. He's looking at you for a very, very long time. He takes out his ledger where he keeps his political dealings, and really is thinking about it. Colton, roll the d6.
All right. God damn it! It's a 5.
Okay,
So close.
it doesn't work
So close to a beautiful ending.
because it's a 5. King Henry VIII says he's looking at his list of political notes and so on, and he's like, John, I think it's just not going to work. It's a good idea, but I just don't think we can make it happen right now. I'm sorry, John. I do apologize.
Just so litigious, so thorough, turning down this blood-covered nude man. Just really genuinely
We've
considered
got
it.
this war going on, and I don't think it's in the. I don't think I can maneuver this one, John.
I've already got the divorce thing going on for me. I don't know if I can add on homosexuality right now.
Exactly. Yeah. Look, I've made a lot of changes to the Catholic Church in making my own church here. I think I should play it cool. Sexy John, you feel rejected, and you feel your willpower fade away, and you are relegated to the peanut gallery in John's fractured mind.
On your way out of the driver's seat in our inside-out console command station that we're manning, I give you a pat on the shoulder and go, "Hey, it could have been nice."
I think it could have been.
As everyone's willpower is fading, you hear the real John the Third of Cleves in the beneath the trapdoor where you've stuck him for now go, "No!"
Did he want that to happen?
Shut up, John. Silence. I'm gonna gun it for the console. I'm gonna bid.
All right. Wild John, are you bidding?
I also will bid.
All right.
Yeah.
Hudson, what is your bid?
0.
Okay. Reed, what is your bid?
1.
Oh, fuck. I really wanted it to be 2, but it makes sense. I mean, I can't beat you if you do.
All right. Papa John, you are kneeling in front of the king.
Is this the main room where a bunch of politics was happening?
Yes, and amid the scandalized and bewildered crowd, each wondering how they can make this to their advantage, each wondering what the political fallout will be, wondering what religious significance this has. You see a man with a large handlebar mustache that is not in fashion in England right now. You study him for a moment. Time sort of slows down as you complete an analysis of this character. He has slightly olive-toned skin. His clothes are a little more colorful than his station would seem to suggest, and also more colorful than is frankly fashionable right now for England. You assess this man comes from a warmer climate. This man is perhaps an ambassador, and somehow, through the twists and turns of history, this man is the ancestor of Papa John.
Oh my gosh.
He's my ancestor?
He locks eyes with you, and he couldn't know. He can't. That'd be impossible. But something in his heart registers. What emotion is it? What name? No one has a name for this emotion. Dread, horror, disgust.
As my neck snaps upright, as I receive control of the body, I turn and I look him in the eyes and I go, "Dad?" Still butt naked, covered in blood. I just proposed to the king.
The king's like, no, that's not going to work. Don't call me that right now.
Not right now.
The man you're addressing...
Not in front of all these people.
The man you're addressing says, Signore?
Do I smell a tomato on him?
There is... He's surrounded by his own little posse that, obviously traveled with him. I'm going to say from Florence. No, from Sicily.
Okay.
And one of them, close to him, has a rucksack with gifts that were going to be presented to the king. Exotic things, treasures and so on of goodwill. In one of their bags, and you know which one, the one with an extremely ruddy complexion, no facial hair, completely bald. He has a small green hat on top. In his bag, there is one ripe tomato.
Can I use pizza ingredient radar on the roll I make as I lunge across the table, using my blood-covered body to reduce friction, allowing me to get more momentum going? As I reach for the bag.
There is no table.
Okay.
B, I factored your skill of pizza ingredient radar into you knowing that this man has a tomato in his bag.
Fair and valid.
C, roll the bone.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna blow on it. It's good luck, Vegas.
Are you in Vegas?
No, I'm not. I rolled a 2.
Nah. You black out.
Okay. Cool.
Mid-leap.
Cool.
I think that the surge of knowing you are so close to your goal just gives you too much. Yeah, it gives you too much adrenaline. Also, you're filled with sadness from being rejected by the king.
It's weird. You'd think I wouldn't feel sad about that as Papa John and not Sexy John, but it's hitting me really hard.
It's like when you wake up in the middle of a long grieving process and you think, why? I feel sad, but why? And then it returns to you. The king did not want to have a homosexual marriage with you.
No!
Fuck. I go and I hug Sexy John in the corner and we weep together.
And you are immediately called back out into the arena. Time slows down. You are midair, covered in blood. Hudson, are you betting? Or are you bidding, rather?
I am. I bet 1.
Okay, Reed.
I bet 0.
Wild John, you come to the fore. Something deep inside you indicates to you that this is the last hurrah. You're like a cornered badger, but that just makes you fight all the harder. You land, 3-point stance, look up at the crowd. You've got your bear face on. King Henry VIII is regarding you as perhaps the greatest spectacle he has seen in quite some time. His bodyguards are regarding you as perhaps the greatest danger to anyone's health and safety that they have seen in quite some time. Bam!
We need the tomato, Wild John. We need a tomato.
Wait, before that happens, while you're in midair, after you've landed, the door slams open. Thomas Cromwell, the minion, with young Thomas by his side, is holding the corpse of Archbishop Wolsey of York. And he says, "This man is a devil." Wild John, the floor is yours.
Okay.
Wild John, momentarily, in an act that only he prefers to do, he looks inside himself and he addresses all of the Johns inside of him, and he goes, "There is no way out of this, is there?"
I mean, you've got the floor, man. You're our last hope.
It's all up to you.
But, I mean, I'm down to tap Sexy John back in if you want to give him some of your juice.
Oh, please give me some of your juice.
I'm not giving Sexy John any of my juice.
Again, I need it to be clear, I am second in command to Sexy John, who is running the whole operation.
Okay, Listen to me. I think we need a reset. I come back to Wild John. By the way, whenever Wild John takes over, whatever expression that John had beforehand immediately reverts to something that is very stoic and solemn. He looks towards the setting sun. He's looking through a wall. He just knows it's there due to his natural sort of like sense of direction. He looks wistfully towards the horizon. He turns towards a window. And sprinting as hard as he can, he jumps out, spreads his arms, and goes, "Brethren of the sky, to me!"
Alright.
And I would like to make a roll with communing with animals to have a bunch of birds flock towards me, pick me up, and fly me to the woods so that I may never be seen again.
This is great. This is really good. I'm not going to give you your skill. I know that you have this sort of way with animals, but you are also jumping.
You're sort of drawing the line.
You are jumping through plate glass. That shit is practically sand. They didn't. It's not like a really thin, nice, beautiful. I'm sure some historian will tell me that they have very nice, methods of making it. You're also hindered by the courtiers and so on.
Yeah.
You're about to take your leap. Catherine Howard sees you. You have no real reason to communicate anything to her at this point. Your legs leave the ground. You spread your wings.
Yeah.
You call out in the ancient language of the flying creatures.
You just scream at the top of your lungs. Oh god. Wait. If he fails, he dies, right?
He goes back to the bench.
We break our skull open on a plate glass window. Papa, can I ask for your willpower?
Can Papa give willpower to Wild John?
No.
Okay, cool.
Sexy John holds back Papa John and goes, "No, he's got this."
I rolled a 3. I fail.
I like the Hail Marys, guys. Your head hits the thick ass glass and completely fails to break it. The flock of enormous birds on the other side of the glass look to you like, "No, John. We were in position. We could have worked.
We were in hang glider formation.
We would have come to your aid."
All right, Papa, take over.
I don't wanna.
You hit the ground.
I leave this to you.
Any final words from Wild John?
I go, Papa, can you hear me? And I leave the floor to him.
I'll say the body of John of Cleves stands back up, turns to face the congregation, head concaved, spine mangled, butt ass naked, covered in blood, facing down a crowd of men with halberds, seeing the enormous king who would exert influence on Europe for centuries to come, who would be the subject of some of Shakespeare's greatest plays, and who is regarding you quizzically. You can tell that in his mind he's thinking, "This man's sister is one of the women that I could possibly marry if it is politically beneficial to do so." You see Cromwell, perhaps, going to advise him to not do that. Papa John, the floor is hot and ready for you.
So to recap what has happened in the past minute of in-game time, we ran butt-ass naked into the throne room. propose to the king, who very litigiously and politely shut us down. Our necks snapped to the left. We said, "Dad." we then lunged towards this man in his rucksack. Missing by kind of a lot. Landing in a 3-point stance. Immediately screaming in birdsong like an eagle at the top of our lungs. And then basically yodeling an eagle screech while sprinting towards a window before banging our head off of it, giving ourselves permanent brain damage and leaving me here.
By the way, when you hit the window, the tomato man calls out, "Signore!" I know. It is dead silent in this room as they watch you stagger to your feet.
Our spine recontorts to like realign each of the vertebrae with each other as I like zombie like stand up. I think I give one like head rotation, scanning the entire room and making eye contact with every single person I can at least one time in one long sweep with my head. And then, can I try to run through the window again?
Yeah, man.
I don't...
The birds are waiting for you. Your sister at the door is like, "John!"
Borb, I'm gonna be so for real with you. I fucked up hard. I have accomplished like one obsession. I really don't think there's anything for me in this life. And I think I see these birds outside the window. And I think that's my way out. I think I trust in Wild John in this moment.
Yeah, man. We'll go ahead and roll.
Okay. I turn to the Johns and I say, "I love all of you. But no one out-pizzas the Hut." One.
You about face and bend at the hips, throwing your...
Can I yell something?
Yeah.
Can I scream something in my final moments as I charge towards the window?
Yes.
I think I just look at everyone and I scream at the top of my lungs, "Your day of reckoning is coming! It will soon be upon us!" And then I think I'm going to begin sprinting towards the window.
So you're at the window already.
Yeah.
You about face to face the window.
Yeah.
You see the birds that are extending their talons, calling to you. And spine rigid, bending at the hips, you slam your forehead into the glass. Over and over and over again until you die. All right, so here's how scoring works. I want you all to multiply the number of times that you completed each obsession by the obsession's rank.
And then add it all up.
And then add it all together, yeah.
Nice.
I pet a wild animal. I started a utility-based fire. And I convinced someone to abandon society in favor of the great outdoors.
Damn.
A 1, a 2, and a 3.
Is the person you convinced...
The guy who got thrown across the moat.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Who was banished from the... Yeah.
I'll, I can't remember very well. Did you convince him to abandon society?
I asked you in the moment if that could count as me completing my thing, and you did say yes.
Oh, I totally...
You could have been confused?
I thought you were referring to grabbing the eggs and sausage.
No.
I think...
I did turn to him and I grabbed him by the face and I said, "This is good for you, I am your lord," and I say, "It is so." And then he got thrown out of a window really hard and fast. So if you want, I'll subtract 3 points, but I'm in the lead right now.
I know, it would really make you not win.
It'd be heartbreaking if you did this to me.
Let me remember in my mind how it went down. So he said to you something along the lines of like, I'm not going to let you touch the meat.
Yeah.
And you said, "It's okay. I've I'm sorry, I did it wrong. And he said, okay, that's fine. You can have whatever other shit. And then the other guards got into the room. And then
I turned to one of the guards and I said, throw that man out, banish him from the castle, make sure that he never comes back.
yes.
I outpaced the guard back into the room. I grabbed the man by the face and I said, hey, this is good for you. This is what you want. I am your lord and I say it is good. And then he got thrown out of a window in the basement across the moat, presumably into the woods.
And so the question becomes, after hitting the woods, did he become a druid? Or did he try to rejoin some other town or something?
And that's up to the DM ultimately, unless you want me to roll for it.
I was going to say, it kind of sounds like a roll. Before we roll that, Colton, would you say your how your scoring worked out?
Yes. Total, I had 4 because my single point obsession was to wear someone else's clothes, which I did twice. My 2-point obsession was to confess romantic love for someone else. And my objective 3 that I did not achieve was to become King Henry VIII's new wife.
It was a good show. It was a good showing.
I was this close.
And Reed, how did yours work out?
If I'm being honest with myself, I think I only got 1 point. My 3 obsessions were thus. My first one was impart an unfathomable truth about what is to come upon a peasant, which I think I did once in the opening, earning me a point. My 2-pointer was make a pizza, which is what I was attempting with the steak knife in the kitchen thing. That I think I really unnecessarily escalated in a big way. And then my 3-pointer was kill the person who will eventually lead the conception of Domino's founder via the butterfly effect.
So Colton and Hudson.
Yeah.
You two are the stakeholders in this. Here's what I think happens. After the death of John III, after the funeral for Queen Jane, and after the marriage of Queen Anne, your sister, I think that young Thomas is in the stables, and he sees a man who is foraging for food, moving by the cover of night, and desperate for direction. This is the servant that was thrown from the kitchen.
Whoa.
In that moment, your 2 ghosts come down and possess young Thomas. I want you two to put a message out there. And what are the 2 options that young Thomas has to say? Hudson, you obviously convincing this man to abandon society. Colton, you convincing this man not to do that. And Reed, I don't want to run your game for you, unlike what I said at the beginning, but maybe our viewers can decide.
Whoa. Our viewers can decide who the real top dog is.
Who the real winner is, yeah.
Oh. We could leave it up to a poll. I could attach one to the Spotify post.
Yeah, or
That'd be sick.
Can they comment? I don't know how Spotify.
Yeah, it's possible.
I'm going to be so for real. It should not be me.
No, dude, where's your killer instinct?
You could come out on
This
top.
chance.
It should have been me.
That's the spirit.
There you go. That's good. That's good for the show.
I think all of you out there in New Zealand should decide.
Yeah.
For our
Where are
surprisingly
New Zealanders at? Weigh in.
I don't know how accurate that is, but Spotify Analytics has been telling me that we have a big 23% stock in New Zealand attention span. I don't know why, but that's 23% of our attention.
I like the thought that it sounded like you were saying 23% of all of the people,
All of New Zealand.
Population of
all
New
of
Zealand.
New Zealand's attention. 23% of that is going to watching tabletop TV.
Yeah, it's honestly
We're doing
we've
crazy
made so much
good.
Yeah.
Dude,
We've made
Borb
so much
kills
money.
in New Zealand.
Yeah. We're rolling in it. You can't see our cameras right now, but we're all in Gucci. Colton is playing from his Lamborghini right now.
Colton's been driving this entire time.
Yeah, it's not been safe.
Colton, from the driver's seat of your Lamborghini, would you please give the short speech or the single word or anything in between that young Thomas, with what wisdom he has available, says to the nunchuck wielding servant?
I possess young Thomas, and with all of my passionate gusto that sexy John possesses, I go, "Hey baby, you look like you could use a warm bed. I got a warm bed right here."
And I point to my dick.
That's a powerful contender. Hudson?
You said that with Thomas's little limited knowledge, so we need to speak from Thomas, or
No. You can
like with what Thomas knows.
you can have Thomas say whatever Wild John wants him to say.
Okay, Thomas will say this. He goes, "I have a warm place you can ride on my dick," and then it's and he looks stoic. He looks towards the where the sun will rise, and then looks back to the bedraggled man, and he says, "Any society in which there is zero self-determination is not a society, it is in fact a prison. If a man can just on a whim banish you, if a man can have you hanged, if a man can have you burned at the stake just because he fancies it, that is not a place which any greater being or any reasonable person would want to live. I believe the greatest blessing in life is self-determination, and the only place you can find that is where God intended us to be, the great outdoors." A eagle flies down and perches on Justin's wrist. He strokes its like gull for a bit, and then it flies off. Oh, is gull the neck of a bird? Fuck. I don't think it is. I think I just said something stupid.
It's okay. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, Reed's got it.
Yeah, I can dub you. I'll do my Hudson impression. I have to redub a lot of Hudson's lines. Most of what they've been hearing so far is just me doing a lower voice.
He has a really good Hudson impression.
It's true.
Papa, you're not contending for the winning. But what's Papa think of all this?
I think if Papa can grasp any straws of control in this moment in the recesses of this brain, I think my eyes for a final time dilate to look like 2 pepperoni pizzas, and I look at him in the eyes and I go, "The day of reckoning will become." The day of shit. Wait, no, one more time. the day of reckoning will
y'all
come.
Heard it here
the
first.
The record will be set straight.
TV.
Pizza.
The day of reckoning will become.
Yeah, I look at him and I go, "The day of reckoning will become when sexy John fucking gets you." Pizza.
Pizza, deuces.
Pizza, Big John out. Yeah, and then I die forever.
Thank you very much, Reed, for letting me host this game. This game's called Everyone is John. I changed some of the rules to fit my own doing. I will see you all next week on Tabletop TV.
Bye.
Bye. I've been John.
I've been John.
And I've been John.
And together,
We're John.
are John.
Fuck.
Not synced at fucking all.
I'll fix it in post.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post.
There's no way you fix that shit in post.
I just have to do my Hudson impression, my Colton impression, and my Reed impression.